Marvel Comics King in Black Issue 1 recap. Let's go! What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my page panels and pages with me, Crooked District. And today we are going to be looking at the first issue of one of Marvel's darkest, most intense storylines, the King in Black event. Now, this is a story where Knull, god of the symbiotes, arrives on Earth, and nothing's ever going to be the same for our heroes ever again. If you're a fan of Venom or symbiotes or massive world changing events within comic books, then yeah, this is an absolute must read. Today is part 1 of 5, where we're going to be recapping each issue from this super dark, intense event. So depending on where you're watching this, make sure you like, subscribe, favorite, save, share, comment, like all of that jazz. And yeah, sit back and let's go through it. King in Black, issue 1. Let's go. Chapter 1. Reign. We open with Eddie Brock as he reflects on the impending doom he feels coming to Earth. Knull, the Lord of the Abyss, the god of the symbiotes, is about to arrive on Earth. Eddie is currently communicating with Captain America, along with the rest of the Avengers, discussing a plan to prepare for the invasion. Eddie is full of fear, not just for the upcoming battle, but also for his son, Dylan. Eddie feels guilty for involving his innocent child to the horrors we will soon witness. Captain America, She-Hulk, Captain Marvel, and Iron Man discuss their defenses. Empty Skrull and Kree ships lie dormant in space above Earth, reconfigured as bombs ready to be detonated. As they observe the army of symbiotic dragons through the computer screens, it's apparent that they are underprepared for the sheer numbers coming to Earth. As part of the plan, the ships all explode and take out only a small fraction of Knull's army. Eddie is currently rushing his son Dylan into an underground bunker. He is trying to move fast, but Dylan wants to help. He speculates that his unique powers are similar to Knull's, so maybe there is something he can do. Potentially take control of the symbiote hive mind himself. Eddie, clearly full of guilt, reassures Dylan that he never deserved the life Eddie unintentionally put him in. Dylan pleads with Eddie to not lock him away in the bunker, but Eddie closes the door, simply stating, "I love you, son." The invasion has begun. New York is currently swarmed with Knull's dragons as we see heroes fighting back. Thor's absence is a huge hurdle as Knull's weakness includes lightning, cosmic power, and magic. Professor X, along with a team of X-Men, join the fight. Cyclops, Wolverine, Jean Grey, Nightcrawler, Cable, and others all try to fight off the oncoming swarm. Eddie is continuing with his part of the plan. He heads to the spire in which Dark Carnage was previously able to control the symbiotes to attempt to take control of them himself. As Eddie taps into the hive mind, he very quickly realizes the situation is far worse than they initially thought. Through the army of dragons, we see at least 3 symbiote celestials arrive on Earth, carrying Knull with them. Knull steps out and declares, "I'm going to kill your world. In the meantime, I am looking for a human named Brock." Knull sweeps down to approach the Avengers, mocking them as he refers to them as just a welcome party. Captain America smiles, stating that the Avengers are only here to watch today. Next, we see Sentry confidently, swiftly, and aggressively take out one of the Celestials. Knull is startled and angered by this. Sentry grabs Knull and flies him through the air, almost bragging as he introduces himself as Bob, aka the Sentry. Knull is aware of who he is, as Sentry was the one to kill Carnage. He then proceeds to do the unthinkable. He grabs a hold of Sentry and literally tears him apart before mocking the Avengers. He says he is not impressed. He thought Earth may be worthy of a battle, but apparently not. Suddenly, we see the symbiotic fluid that's covering everything start to move. It begins to latch onto, cover, and absorb the Avengers as they cry out for help. We zoom out to see the same is happening across the entire planet. The once blue Earth is now covered in a symbiotic barrier as it blocks out the sun, plunging the entire planet into darkness. Eddie has accepted his fate. He knows that he must surrender himself to Knull. Venom agrees. Knull intends to destroy the planet, but potentially this will buy our heroes some time. Venom calls to Knull via the hive mind, and Knull almost instantly appears before Eddie and Venom. Dragging them both with him, heads outside to show the state of the battlefield as it's covered in symbiotic fluid. But Knull is confused. He recognizes Eddie, but then begins to apologize for the misunderstanding. When he stated he was looking for Brock, he didn't specify which one. It has become apparent Knull is searching for his son, Dylan. Eddie begins to plead with Knull, begging to take him instead of his son. Knull proceeds to separate Venom from Eddie, pulling the symbiote away from him and leaving him defenseless. I'm afraid I don't have much use for you, host, before dropping Eddie from the top of the building. See, I did say it was pretty dark and pretty intense, and Knull is a very scary villain, so make sure you stay tuned for part 2. In the meantime, subscribe, like, share, comment, all of that jazz, and I'll see you for part 2 very soon. Peace, peace, peace!